Right now, live at 5, safer at home order extended. Wisconsin's governor makes a big announcement today. How long the extension will last.
Plus an update on the coronavirus from Duluth area hospitals.
And there's a new opportunity for people young and old to learn more about local history. Plus, a local landmark closed. We'll tell you why the North Shore's most notable beacon won't be open to tourists until at least July.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Here is a live look over Lake Superior. Today we are talking about Governor Tony Evers and a big decision he made for folks in Wisconsin. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Wisconsin residents are being asked to stay at home for another month and a half, and students across the state will not go back to the classroom this school year. Today, Governor Tony Evers extended his Safer at Home order to May 26th. It was set to expire next week. He also announced that distance learning will continue for public and private schools through the 2019-2020 school year. However, Evers did lift some restrictions on certain businesses. Golf courses across the state can now open. Non-essential businesses can perform basic operations, including deliveries, mailings, and curbside pickup. Lawn care and construction can also continue. Evers said he based his decision on science and data. He says that the Safer at Home order is working, but he encouraged people not to let up just yet.
In the first 3 months of Safer at Home, our data shows that we have saved at least 300 lives and perhaps as many as 1,400 lives. We have helped flatten the curve, which has resulted in fewer cases and hospitalizations.
Evers' order says local officials can decide whether or not to keep their parks open. You're also asked not to travel to second homes or cabins. We'll have much more on this extension coming up on the CBS3 News at 10. Meanwhile, Superior School District leaders reacted to Evers' decision to continue distance learning through the rest of the school year. In a statement, Superintendent Amy Starzecki says they will continue their strong at-home learning structure and provide food services to students and families through the regularly scheduled school year. She plans to share more specifics soon.
Governor Tim Walz says Minnesota needs to be testing 5,000 patients a day for COVID-19 before he thinks it would be safe to reopen the state's economy. Leaders from both of Duluth's hospitals say the impact of reopening the economy too soon could lead to an even bigger problem. Doctors from Essentia and St. Luke's say they've started testing more groups of people, but they're limited by the supply of tests, adding it's not just about the ability to test patients. Today, leaders from both hospitals refused to put an exact number on how many employees they have laid off or put an administrative leave during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a statement after today's press conference, Essentia officials said any employees already on administrative leave will have their leave extended another month. Other Essentia employees, including clinical staff, will also be put on leave. Last month, Essentia told us 500 employees were put on leave. They still have not specified exactly what types of jobs that impacts. St. Luke's reps did not share specifics on the terms or length of their layoffs. Leaders from both hospitals said they've seen a big decline in patients with elective surgeries and operations postponed. They say they're preparing for a surge of COVID-19 patients and bringing back employees to help handle that.
7 Midwest governors, including the 3 in our region, are working together to decide when to reopen the economy. The governors of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky announced the coalition today. In a statement, they said the economies of Midwest states are reliant on each other. They plan to use a fact-based, data-driven approach, including looking at infection rates and hospital capacity. The statement says reopening the economy in phases will be most effective if the region works together. States on the East and West Coasts have formed similar coalitions. President Donald Trump is preparing to announce new guidelines for a slow reopening of parts of the country. This comes after a day of discussions with world leaders, members of Congress, and state governors. Skylar Henry is at the White House with more.
President Trump honored truckers at a White House event.
In the war against the virus, American truckers are the foot soldiers who are really carrying us to victory, and they are. They've done an incredible job.
This afternoon, the president is expected to announce new guidelines for reopening some states, particularly those with lower infection rates.
We think some of the states can actually open up before the deadline of May 1st.
The president held a conference call with the nation's governors to discuss reopening plans after putting the final decision in their hands.
No political decisions, No emotional decisions, data and science. We're talking about human lives here.
The president also held calls with members of Congress, inviting dozens from both parties to join his task force for reopening the country. President Trump lashed out at Democratic leaders on Twitter, accusing them of playing politics over the Paycheck Protection Program, which he says is out of funds. The relief program guarantees forgivable loans to small businesses who keep employees on the payroll.
We need people to stay attached to the companies that they were working at prior to the COVID crisis.
Democratic leaders continue to negotiate additional funding with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, demanding fixes to the program and more money for states and hospitals. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
This morning, President Trump participated in a conference call with G7 leaders to discuss the global response to the coronavirus pandemic.
Here's a look at the number of cases in our region. Michigan now has more than 29,000 with nearly 2,100 deaths. Wisconsin has more than 3,800 cases with nearly 200 deaths. And Minnesota has just shy of 2,000 cases with 94 deaths. There are nearly 2.2 million cases worldwide with 550,000 recoveries. Let's check in now with Dave Anderson for a quick look at the weather. I think he's there with us. Dave, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kristen. I'm here on the deck, and the weather, it's been pretty nice here today. Hopefully you can hear me. It looks like my picture is showing the background and not me. What am I, a vampire or something? Not showing up in mirrors. But here, showing up in the Ashland area, is a gorgeous look at Chequamegon Bay, where things have opened up in the last week. And hopefully soon enough, folks can get those boats out and do a little bit of boating, because we are going to steadily warm up. Little baby steps, perhaps, but today was warmer than yesterday. Tomorrow will beat today by a hair, and Saturday could be the warm day of the week. Looking at our day planner for Thursday, morning temperature around 20 degrees rather than the single digits like the past couple mornings for some towns. Partly cloudy sky sticks with us all day long, takes the higher pressure, and by supper time tomorrow could be also close to 50. I think 50 will be cracked on Saturday, if only for Saturday, but the sunshine may go away. There may be a little bit of weekend rain. We'll talk about how long that'll stick around coming up in just a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a company known for its fishing products is stepping up to produce hand sanitizer during the national shortage.
Plus, tonight at 6, the Boundary Waters canoe area will be closed until May 4th. We hear from businesses that will be impacted.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Red yeast rice may be just what you need to help with high cholesterol. Hi, this is Sharon. Stop in at the Essence of Health and ask us about red yeast rice.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tactical sunglasses.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear glasses? Then you need these Up Tac Glasses. These new glasses fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our Tac glasses while you comfortably wear your regular glasses. Plus, like all Tac glasses, Up Tac Glasses feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Act now to get your Up Tac Glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship them to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second pair. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-699-7431 or go to flipupglasses.com. That's 1-800-699-7431 or order online at flipupglasses.com.
Your work is your name. You live by it. At Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, we take our name, our work, just as seriously. John Deere excavators, skid steers, and loaders have the compact agility and big-time ability you need to finish the job. Comfortable, affordable, and backed by a 2-year, 2,000-hour full machine warranty. Standard. In-person service calls and parts delivery keep you work ready. Our techs are highly trained and incredibly knowledgeable. Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment. We make sure the work lives up to your name.
Blackbear Casino Resort is sending you a big social distance bear hug. We have a lot of memories together, and we look forward to making more in the future when we're able to reopen. Check out blackbearcasinoresort.com and our Facebook page for updates. We are all in this together.
If you're over mac and cheese and PB&Js, have we got good news for you? Right now, get Pizza Hut's best delivery deal. Large pizzas with up to 3 toppings for just $9.99. Available for carryout or contactless delivery at pizzahut.com.
Welcome back to CBS3 Live at 5. Here's a beautiful live look over Lake Superior where fishing season is right around the corner. Now let's see what's happening around the rest of the region. A local company is stepping up during the COVID-19 pandemic, plus a generous grant is supporting healthcare workers in Northwest Wisconsin. That and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. Starting off today's segment here in Duluth, where fishing season is just around the corner, but one local company, usually known for their fish scents, is stepping up during the COVID-19 pandemic by producing hand sanitizer. Dr. Juice USA has repurposed their bottling machine to fill bottles of hand sanitizer as people deal with a nationwide shortage. The company is selling the sanitizer at the cost of materials. In Cloquet, there is a new opportunity for people young and old to learn more about local history. Erin Bates, a geocacher, has been using her time away from work to set up a walking history of Carleton County using the geocaching app Adventure Lab. The walking tour crosses locations like the Dunlap Island to Northeastern Hotel in Cloquet. For those who don't know, geocaching is an activity where people hide geocaches and find them using GPS coordinates. Now to Wisconsin, where North Lakes Community Clinics has received a special grant as part of the state's effort to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. The Advancing a Healthier Wisconsin Endowment Grant is intended to support community health care. The more than $100,000 grant will be used to provide the public with health information related to COVID-19. It will also support staff and healthcare workers on the front lines of the pandemic fight. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it could be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, Split Rock Lighthouse is closed to visitors through the end of June due to COVID-19.
And stay tuned, Dave will have your full weather forecast coming up next.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Hi, I'm John with Prime Appliance. We're here to help our customers. Our staff is trained with product knowledge, and when you call Prime Appliance, you'll know you're with a real appliance store. So call us with your appliance questions. We're here to help. You'll know the difference. Shop Prime Appliance and let us prove it to you.
Play It Again Sports carries the largest selection of both new and quality used ice hockey equipment, skates, sticks, and goalie gear you need to play the game. With lacrosse being the fastest growing sport in the Northland, trust their knowledgeable staff to outfit you with the right equipment at the right price. Play It Again Sports, Duluth and Superior.
Did you know the IT Networking and Security program at Hibbing Community College has graduates in every area of business in northern Minnesota? From hospitals and hospitality venues to financial institutions and even education.
Did you know that Hibbing Community College diesel mechanic students take a semester of welding, and they have the option to get their Class A license?
Did you know that electrical maintenance graduates are employed in both residential and commercial industries? Now that you know, schedule a visit or apply online at hibbing.edu.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Always on the go, but want to keep up with the day's news? Don't worry. Now we are wherever you are. Traveling? No problem. Stream wherever, whenever with live local CBS3.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
temperatures are slowly warming up, and just in time, too, because indeed, my honeybees are coming tomorrow. Expensive queen and her workers ready to go into the hive that I usually keep right ahead of me here, which means maybe by Monday I need to change operations out of here and find some other place where I'm not going to be swarmed by the little stripy buzzers here coming around. Well, let's take a look at what's coming around for Severe Weather Awareness Week. Yeah, we're starting to wrap it up, and today is usually the most exciting day of Severe Weather Awareness Week for weather fans. It's tornado drill time. Allegedly, Minnesota was to have 2 today, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 coming up at 6:45 tonight. Now, I wasn't napping. I'm not that old. I didn't hear the one earlier today, but at 6:45, I'll stop to reflect about the safety tips for tornadoes. Now, tomorrow's topic of discussion will be extreme heat. If we ever get any of that again, hopefully it'll be a nice break after this long, cold winter. And Winter Awareness Weather Week, that's coming up in November the 9th to 13th. All right, now we're going to move ahead. We're going to take a look now at what's happening at the airport for those current conditions. And those current conditions are going to be showing that it's not so bad out there. No, not at all. Looking at the temperature, it's 40 degrees, 28% for the relative humidity, westerly, northwesterly winds going 13 miles per hour, and our air pressure's on the high side at 1,020 millibars. Indeed, as a high-pressure cell settles over for today and for tomorrow as well. So on the Doppler map, we've finally shaken off the snow showers for our area for the most part. Still a couple popping up around Thunder Bay, and some trying to enter towards Grand Forks, but we'll probably see that hold off in our area probably through Friday. Saturday we do get another chance of precip coming our way. But taking a look at what is coming our way for Friday, that high pressure cell should bring another day worth of sunshine to our area before a low pressure system to our south gets its northern fringes to reach into our region by Saturday. Now it looks like the rain shower chance for our neck of the woods will be Saturday rather than Sunday, and then Sunday in turn will start to dry up. But going through southern Iowa towards Chicago, folks there are facing some wintry style weather for the next couple of days. Well, let's see what we face tonight here for our forecast in Minnesota, and it's going to be calling for low temperatures to probably drop into the upper teens for some towns and the lower 20s for others, and the sky should be partly cloudy with a range of low temps as cool as 13 near the Canadian border to as warm as 22. Down around Renshaw and Barnum, Moose Lake, places like that. Now we take a look at the forecast for Wisconsin for the overnight, in Michigan too, and the range of low temperatures won't be quite as cool, and it'll be warmer than it was this morning. So we keep making these baby steps for the temperatures. 17 to 22, that's the range of low temps there with a partly cloudy sky. And then for tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, the high temps, they'll start to perk up anywhere from 45 to maybe pert near close to 50 degrees with that partly cloudy sky and a west wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we take a look now at the forecast for Minnesota for tomorrow, it's going to be very similar. Sky condition will be partly cloudy. High temperatures, well, that's an anomaly and a mistake up there for the North Shore. It won't be that cold. Looks like the computers transposed the lows and the highs. Tomorrow's highs everywhere should be pretty close to 45 to even 50 degrees. Here is the extended forecast. Friday, sunshine at 48. Saturday, at least partly sunny to mostly cloudy. 30% chance for rain showers, but a high of 54. Then it goes back a little bit on Sunday, 47, but a partly cloudy sky. So perhaps Sunday will be the better day of the weekend to get out and about if you can within whatever the parameters are these days. It's kind of hard to keep them straight, but we're all doing our part to keep everybody safe, including doing weather off on a windy deck like I'm doing right now.
Well, you're doing great out there, Dave, and you get a little extra outdoor time, which will be particularly nice as we enter that nice stretch of 7 days you have in the forecast there. Thanks, Dave.
Good point, Tony. Good point.
Split Rock Lighthouse is among more than a dozen Minnesota Historical Society sites and museums to remain closed through the end of June. Lighthouse manager Hayes Scriven said today a majority of his staff at the lighthouse has been furloughed with the announcement. They're among 274 employees across the state to receive the notice. That's just under half of the society's workforce.
You know, those were just excruciating decisions to make, but because we're closed to the public right now, and many of these positions are public facing, they aren't able to carry out their work. And so that's the decision we made.
In-person events, field trips, and rentals are also canceled.
If you live in Minnesota, you might soon be able to get alcohol with your takeout order. Legislative leaders in Minnesota have agreed on a plan that will let Minnesota restaurants offer beer and wine to go as they weather the pandemic. The Senate passed the bill today, and the House is set to vote on it on Friday. If passed, restaurants will be able to sell 6 12-ounce cans of beer, seltzer, or cider, or a standard-sized bottle of wine. Minnesota bars and restaurants have been shut down since March 17th. And hey, prices at the pump continue to fall. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price for gas is $1.62 in Minnesota, $1.25 in Wisconsin, and $1.48 in Michigan. The U.S. average is $1.80.
It's that time of the show where we get to talk about pets, and today's furry friend comes to us from Range Rescue in Hibbing. Meet Malcolm. He is a 6-year-old domestic shorthair with tabby brown fur. Malcolm has been described as a curious cat. He is very mellow and just wants to relax and sleep in a warm bed. He can adjust to a home with other pets if need be, but younger cats or puppies might freak him out a little bit. Malcolm is looking for a calm and relaxing home to settle down in with his forever companion. Malcolm is up to date on all his shots, is neutered, chipped, and ready to be adopted. If you are looking for a teddy bear of a cat, Malcolm might be right for you. If you'd like, you can set up an appointment to adopt Malcolm. Just call the number on your screen.
Still to come, Superior is looking to provide financial relief to local businesses impacted by the COVID-19 shutdown.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give during this coronavirus outbreak. Patients are counting on life-saving transfusions. Visit redcrossblood.org.
Hi, I'm Duluth Mayor Emily Larson. This is an unprecedented time in history, and it is time for us to come together as one community. Please take time to listen to this really important message.
On behalf of St. Luke's, Essentia Health, the City of Duluth, and St. Louis County Public Health and Human Services Department,
we would like to request that all residents stay home if at all possible. Even if you're healthy, stay home. If you must go out, please try to limit your interactions to 10 people or less.
We are working with our state and federal partners to evaluate this time frame, and we will provide you an update as soon as we can. If you have mild symptoms, we are asking that people please stay home. If you feel that you need clinical care, we are requesting that people please call ahead to the hotline, your doctor's office, urgent care, or the emergency department before going in.
Together, we can do this. Thank you for your cooperation.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Sparta. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Kristen Vaki, as a fellow Iron Ranger, brings a calmness to our team. She's unflappable.
Kristen Vaki is one of the most respected anchors in this market.
I think her passion for journalism runs really deep in her.
Kristen is the real deal, a pleasure to work with, and you can always count on her.
Get to know Kristen Vaki, weeknights on Live Local CBS3. The coronavirus story continues to change, both around the world and here at home. We know you have questions and concerns. At Live Local CBS3, our focus is to keep you informed and up to date on the evolving COVID-19 virus story. We'll continue to talk to healthcare professionals to get the information you need to know. Focused on bringing you facts, not fear. That's our promise. We're Live Local CBS3. Local for a reason.
Come on down for big laughs.
Hello, everybody. I like those glasses.
Trying to imitate you.
Come on down for rip-roaring fun.
Amazing. You made it.
Come on down for spectacular surprises.
$35,000. Just won $200,000.
Oh, yeah. It's a new car. You need this in your life.
Yes. Boy, is it going to be a good hour.
The Price is Right. Weekday CBS Daytime.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is among a group of governors calling on the federal government to send additional aid to states and local governments during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a letter to the president, Evers, along with governors from Michigan and Pennsylvania, urged President Trump to urge Congress to send $500 billion in budget aid. Evers says Wisconsin is facing a $2 billion loss in revenue as the unemployment rate skyrockets. This comes as the governor is facing pressure to reopen the state. A rally is planned in Madison next week.
If you're a resident or business owner in Superior, you may be eligible for financial relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mayor Jim Payne announced today a two-part plan that would provide funding for those struggling financially. The first part allows businesses to apply for a micro grant of up to $1,500. They can also apply to have upcoming licensing fees waived. However, businesses that receive assistance through the program won't be able to receive future grants for 1 year. The second part would waive all city utility late fees for the remainder of the year. This would apply to all residents. Payne said during a press conference today, this is just a temporary solution.
This is a very trying time. This is not enough to ultimately get us through, but we need to be part of a local, state, and federal government response to really an unprecedented crisis in modern times.
Funding comes from the city's small business grant program. Council members will be voting on this proposal during next week's meeting. The mayor also announced another relief program that could be available in the next couple of months. This includes a rental assistance program for lower-income households and funding to house homeless people experiencing coronavirus symptoms. Some funding would also be provided for local nonprofit organizations helping residents during the pandemic. The $417,000 program would be funded through the city's Community Development Block Grant. For more information on either of these programs, you can head to our website.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the new unemployment numbers out tonight. Just how many Americans are out of work? And when will the testing and tracing infrastructure be in place so we can reopen America? Plus, the crisis at nursing homes. 17 residents found dead at one facility in New Jersey. What's being done to protect the elderly from coronavirus? And with many Americans falling on hard times, we have an inspiring story of community coming together to help their neighbors pay rent. That's all coming up tonight, right here on the CBS Evening News.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Don't risk life or limb cleaning out your gutters. With one simple click or call, Gutter Helmet will provide a free inspection and estimate to eliminate the dangerous chore permanently. Our certified installers will clean out, tune up, install Gutter Helmet over new or existing gutters, and clean up the work area in less than a day. Gutter Helmet blends in beautifully with your home, is engineered to handle the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty, assuring you'll never clean your gutters again. Gutter Helmet, retiring ladders since 1981.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Sparta. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Kelly Hinseth takes her job at full throttle. There's no slowing down. She's full of enthusiasm.
Kelly brings a youthful exuberance to the newscast. She's loaded with energy. She's really passionate about sports.
I think even if you're not interested in sports, she draws you in.
She's always up and ready to go and ready to show us the latest in sports.
Get to know Kelly Hinseth weekday nights on live local CBS3. Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Bayfield. Now let's get a quick look at today's top stories. Wisconsin residents are being asked to stay at home for another month and a half, and students across the state will not go back to the classroom this school year. Today, Governor Tony Evers extended his Safer at Home order until May 26th. It was set to expire next week. He also announced that distance learning will continue for public and private school students through the 2019-2020 school year.
Governor Tim Walz says Minnesota needs to be testing 5,000 patients a day for COVID-19 before he thinks it would be safe to reopen the state's economy. Today, leaders from both of Duluth's hospitals shared their thoughts on that statement and the impact of reopening the economy too soon. Duluth health officials say they are continuing to have conversations with the Department of Health and the governor on this matter. Tonight at 6, a day after the Superior National Forest announced that the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness will be closed for both day and night use until May 4th. Tonight, we're hearing from businesses that will be impacted by this closing.
And before we go, a 99-year-old war veteran in England has raised more than $15 million for the UK's National Health Service by walking 100 lengths of his garden. Tom Moore is from Yorkshire in northern England. He started his Garden Challenge fundraiser on April 8th. He was initially hoping to raise just $1,200, funds for staff, volunteers, and patients affected by the coronavirus crisis. Moore is turning 100 years old later this month. He served in the British Army during World War II. Local soldiers gave Moore a guard of honor as he completed the final lap across his garden.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness. He looks good for almost 100.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
And talk about a lot of walking, man.
Yeah, awesome. Good for him. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next.
We'll see you back here at 6.